Yo, what up, family? What up? Today we're doing another reaction video. I'm liking these reaction videos. Today we're not in my man cave. We're out in my little, I guess, reptile room, garage. Sorry if you hear the fan. I gotta keep my ASF, I gotta keep the fan on them because it's hot out here in Vegas. It's like, I think 80 some degrees there, 88, almost 90 degrees. I gotta figure out where to look at. It's almost 90 degrees out here, so I gotta keep them warm because I lost a lot of ASS. So I think I'm gonna do an AFS video, just to show you guys what I was doing, show you guys some old photos and pictures I had. But yeah, today we're doing another reaction video. Today is something different than the last two we did. It's not a documentary. I always call this guy Bobby because of his snake. That's why I got my bamboo, my VPI, my bamboo het VPI. I'm wearing her today because he always wear Bobby around his neck. So in honor of him, Chris, I'm wearing my bamboo across my neck while we react to one of his videos. Look like he has some a magic project that he's doing. I haven't seen this video yet, so we're gonna watch this together. Let's get to it.
Alright, so today I found my very first so-called magic snake eggs, and these I actually produced breeding two triple hets together. They're actually het for three different recessive genes: het for albino, het for pied, and het for clown. Pretty much the three most popular recessives in all of ball pythons. And kind of the interesting thing about these is if you actually look at the parents and compare the parents to like a normal wild type ball python, they look almost exactly like normals breeding them together. You can tell maybe a little bit of a difference from the het clown. A lot of times your het clowns will lighten the snake a little bit. I'd say you really can't tell a whole lot that it's het clown. I've actually seen some normals that look pretty much as bright as these, so I'd say the het clown influence is minimal. Maybe you can pick it out. As far as het pied, if you have just one copy of the pied, sometimes you'll actually get tracks on the belly of the snake, on either side of the belly, where it almost looks like someone took like a Sharpie and drew like lines on either side of the belly, especially down near the tail. And none of these have tracks associated with the het pieds. And het albinos, as far as I know, there's really no markers for het albinos. So the parents look almost completely normal, but if you actually breed them together, you'll get a whole variety of different combinations. You'll get albinos, pieds, you'll get clowns, and then you get a combination of all three. Like albino pieds, you'll get clown pieds, and albino. The kind of the crown jewel of the whole thing would be the albino pied clown, the visual with all the genes.
I had to pause right there. I love watching this dude's videos, man. When I first started, I'm damn near still starting. But before I get a new gene, I always watch his channel because he breaks them down. Like wherever I'm looking at, he goes into like this is what happens when you mix this with this and this and this. But I had to stop that. I had to stop the video right there because it's cool he's working with triple recessives. It seems like that's what not everybody, but that's what a lot of people are trying to do right now, work with some triple recessive stuff. I know me and my buddy who I talk to every day, I call him the Snake King. We just talk about snakes like for hours, 5-10 hours. But he always asks me, so what are you trying to do? What we want them all. It's like Pokemon. We gotta catch them all. But, I told him that I'm only working with pied, clown, and hypo, which is ghost. And I'm mixing that with, it depends. Like I want a triple visual pied het ghost, and I'm working with VPI too. But I want a triple visual pied het ghost. I want some Batmans. I want a mixed Inchy, OD, Super OD. But I want to make everything in my collection has to have those three recessive genes in it, because those are the three I'm working with, and anything else is extra. Because I watched some other professional ball python breeders out there, And they always say, don't be scattered around. Know what you're trying to breed for. And those are my three main genes are, she's chugging me, are my three recessives. That's the clown, that's the pied, and that's the hypo. And I'm throwing some VPI in there. But I'm excited to see what this magic is about. Let's get back to the video.
Actually went over to the genetic calculator over on Morph Market, and the odds are pretty slim that you'll actually hit all three visual genes. The odds are 1 in 64. So if you actually produce 64 eggs, you'd have a chance. 1 in 64. One egg could possibly be the triple visual with the albino, pied, and clown. And if you actually look at kind of the odds as far as getting like a normal looking snake versus at least getting something, you get about 40% normal looking snakes. So out of a clutch of 10 eggs, on average you would get 4 normal looking snakes and then 6 where you get some of the visuals, the albinos or pies or clowns or combinations of those, which is pretty awesome.
I love the Morph Market, especially the gene calculator. That thing is awesome. One thing about working with recessives is so hard to hit. Not like crazy hard, but like it's not a quick project. It's not like taking a codominant and you know for sure you're gonna hit one of those codom genes. Working with that recessive gene is like, that's the patience. Patience is the virtue. But when you do hit them, they're stunning to me. Like I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get back to the video.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this girl out, and when I first started the season, she was like right on the edge of being big enough to breed. I don't think she has that many eggs. I'd say maybe not even 6 eggs, but I was actually looking under her coils. She was kind of coiled up around the eggs, and it looks like she's sitting on some good eggs. And I thought for sure she wasn't gonna lay this year because she was so skinny. Even in the middle of the breeding season, you know, I thought, you know, everyone else is laying eggs, and I was looking at her thinking, no way, she's not gonna lay this year. And then sure enough, I was going through all my tubs this morning, and she was on some eggs, which really surprised me. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna pull her out, take a look at those eggs, and we'll set them up in the incubator. All right, so this girl lives over here in my ARS 5040 rack. She's still pretty small, plenty of room here in the 5040. And take a look at that. I'm really surprised she actually laid that many eggs, and good eggs. I thought for sure if she was gonna lay, she was gonna slug out. So this girl's name is Lucky. We are lucky to get some eggs today. So that's, you know, it pretty much looks like a normal ball python. And then over here is the male. This is the male. Kind of the tricky part about the male and the female is that when I paired the male and the female, I would get mixed up and I wouldn't know which one was which. I ended up probing them like multiple times until I figured out, yeah, the male actually has this little kind of a interesting head stamp, like a little, almost like a cat paw up on.
That must be nice. No, I'm just joking. Mixing up snakes. I wish I had that many snakes to mix up. All mine, there's no way. Oh, I think I have like 20, which is not a lot. When you're doing this, all mine are future breedings. I think I got 2 right now, 2 or 3. I got the super pastel that's ready, and I got my het pie girl that's ready, and I got my ivory boy. He's going to both of those. Even though my plans was to have a triple head, I was going to take my het pie. My triple head is he's het for hypo, he's het for pied, and he's het for clown. And I was going to take him to my het pied, make some 66% heads, some visuals, some 50%, but he's not ready. I think he's almost 700 grams, but he just doesn't know what to do when I put him in there. So I'm making some yellow belly stuff. I take my super ivory, which is super yellow belly. I don't know why I say super ivory. I take my ivory to my het pied, and I'm going to get some yellow belly possible pieds, and I'll probably take that to my gravel girl, or I might make some super gravels and then take something to that. But you know, everything doesn't always go as planned. That's why you always gotta have a killer backup. In my case, my ivory boy is my backup, but you know, that's what I have to do this season. I'm trying to get some eggs out. Let's get back to
top of the head. The male's a little bit brighter than the others. Of course, this one's going into a deep shed. And then I have one more over here, another female. This girl's name is Savage. I don't think this girl's gonna lay. And look, she's almost the same as this, where you look at the snake and you're like, that snake is not full of eggs. No way. And then she laid some eggs. I just could not believe it. I was totally blown away that she laid some eggs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull her out of this tub over here. And it's kind of interesting. They all started fasting at the same time and went on a really long fast, and then just recently came back at the beginning of the breeding season when I was pairing them up. And that's when I decided to pair them up for the first time. Sometimes it seems like these have been a lot more sluggish than some. Sometimes they can go off of food for quite a bit. It seemed like all three kind of track the same as far as not eating, pretty much up against that 1,000-gram wall, up to 1,100, 1,200 grams until they get over that hump. All right, so I'm gonna pull her out. I'm excited to see how many eggs. So hopefully we'll actually get 6 eggs, which is pretty typical for a first-time female. All right, so let's take a look at this girl and see if we can pull some eggs. I got a little bit lazy and left their shed in. I don't know why. You don't really need the sheds in there.
Nah, it's funny you said that, because sometimes, these breeders know some tricks. I was like, why is the shed in there? Is that a trick? Like, is he going to tell us? Is he going to reveal the secret? But I guess there wasn't any secret.
But I've been leaving them in. All right, let's see how many eggs this girl has. Hopefully we'll get 6, maybe. I was thinking like 4, maybe. Yeah, it looks like 4. She's pretty small. I'd say, look at how skinny she is. Wow. 4 good eggs. Look at how super skinny she is. Looks like she laid all the eggs. And you can see it like on this one. It doesn't really look like she has, the regular tracks. Usually if it has like het pied tracks, it has, really big marks, at least coming down that far on the snake. Looks, maybe you can kind of pick them out. She's a little bit freaked out. All right, she looks good. Looks like she laid all the eggs.
So I don't know. He said this is magic. I guess magic is a recessive gene. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that and see what kind of recessive gene is it? Does it change the pattern? Does it add color? Does it reduce pattern? I gotta figure out what that does. That's why there we go. That's why I wanted to review this video, because I want to see what what's going on here. But we're gonna see. Hopefully he drops some more on that. I know he's talking about pied is in there.
She's a little bit brighter than a normal from the het clown influence. No, I don't know. If someone had me this snake and said, hey, guess what hets are in there? I'd be hard pressed to figure out any hets. I don't even know if I'd guess het clown on that one. That is pretty normal looking in my book. All right, so I'm gonna put her over here in the boa tub temporarily. And let's take a look at these really big eggs. It's weird, I've had some clutches this year with really big eggs and some with really small eggs. I think I'd rather have more small eggs than a few big eggs just because of the sheer number of offspring. But you might have with the bigger offspring, I think you'd probably have a better odds of not having like any that you'd have to assist feed. So far this year, I've actually hatched out 5 for those albino het pieds, and out of one of them absolutely refused to eat live mouse hopper. I think I'm up to like 5 or 6 live mouse hoppers on those. And they've all been eating except one. And just yesterday, I finally broke down and did my first assist feed. I do not like assist feeding.
Speaking of assist feeding, man. I didn't have to assist feed this girl, but I do have 2 that I did have to assist feed for a while. And it sucks. I mean, like, I had to learn how to do it for one. At first, I was taking it down to my local pet store once a week, and they're doing it. They're very nice to do it for me, because, you know, I don't know too many pet shops just going to feed your snake every week. But I had to learn how to do it myself, because I work a lot, and I didn't have enough time all the time to go down to the pet shop and have them do it. But it was a pain. I think I got, not bit, but like my finger hit their teeth a little bit sometimes, is the way you have to work it in there. And picked up a couple of tricks and tips here and there on, thanks to YouTube University. You know, but assist feeding sucks. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to do it again. I hope I don't have to do it again when my hatchling rack over here gets filled. I know some of those offspring are gonna need some assist feeding of those guys over there. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Actually, I've assist fed probably maybe 15 snakes over the last 5 years, and I actually had one of them die from assist feeding. I don't know what was going on. I think it like cut off its breathing or something, which is really unfortunate. So ever since then, I'm like, I do not want to assist feed unless I absolutely have to. All right, so let's take a look at these and candle them.
So when they candle them, pretty sure some of you guys might notice, some of you guys might not. It looks like they're looking for the veins, because if you put them in the incubator the wrong way, upside down, I guess you can drown the embryo up in there. So a lot of, breeders, they pull them apart like he just did. Some of them just don't do that. They leave it the way they find it. That's the way they leave it, and they just transfer it over into the incubator tub.
Some good eggs here. You know, sometimes I've actually had good looking eggs, and then when you candle them, you end up with slugs that look good. Hopefully we'll see some veins. This one looks good. Take a look at that. We got an embryo right there. Hopefully 6 eggs. I've been waiting years for these eggs. Oh, this has been a long project doing the triple heads. Kind of the super long game on this. So keep in mind the odds are 1 in 64 that I'd hit the triple visual. But if I hit the triple visual and breed it back to my females, then the odds become 1 in 8, which is fantastic, which I'm really looking forward to when I can actually hit that one. All right, so I'm gonna throw together an egg box real quick. I showed you this like a lot. If you watch some of my other videos, I show you this in almost every video when I pull eggs. I think I have enough perlite here. You know, I've changed this before. I used to use vermiculite, but now I absolutely love this perlite. It's fast and easy. You don't have to weigh anything out. I use 2 of these 16-ounce deli cups, and then half a quart of RODI water, and then just kind of mix it up. Oh, and it's very dusty. Very dusty. So the other cool thing about those, if you get the triple visual, if you breed a triple visual to a triple visual, then you'll actually get all triple visuals, which should be pretty awesome if I could get to that point. And eventually what I want to do is, if I hit the triple visual, I want to take that and I want to breed it to another recessive. I was thinking of maybe breeding it to my Desert Ghost, and that way I could do, Desert Ghost is pretty much almost just as popular as the albino pieds and clowns. So it'd be like the 4 most popular recessives all on top of each other, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it would be cool, man. DG is blown up a lot. I remember, I don't know why I would say I remember when I first started, but one of my first ball pythons, I got the normal. I got me a banana boy. I got a normal boy, banana boy, And then I got the Desert Ghost Pinstripe like within 2 months. I got the Desert Ghost Pinstripe for like $150. I got the Banana Boy. He was like $600. So I put that on credit card, and it took me a year or two to pay that thing off. I paid like $50-$60 for the normal. But at the time, DG wasn't what it was. Like that Desert Ghost Pinstripe female, probably like $2,000 or more right now. And when I first started driving trucks, I traded her in because I was starting everything over. My buddy actually took care of my snakes, and I traded her in for an Ivory Boy. And I'm not saying I regret it, but I regret it. But I didn't know at the time what I had. But everybody, like anything with DG in it right now, is going nuts. But you know, I'll get something. Like I always tell my buddy, I'll get something better than what I had before. I'll get a Desert Ghost, I don't know, triple head something. Desert Ghost Clown Pied, or who knows. I'm gonna get another DG, add something in there. I really would like Desert Ghost, Super OD, Super Inchy, Hetford Clown, or Het Clown, or Clown in there too, because those are Desert Ghosts. Yep. It's a double het. So if I can get me a Super OD, Super Inchy, Desert Ghost or Het Desert Ghost, and Het for Clown or Pied, I would love that. Or even VPI in there. Anyways, let's get back to it. We're not gonna watch this video in its entirety. I'm gonna have the description or the link to the video in my descriptions, or the title somewhere up in there, so you guys can go watch this full video. I was hoping to see some more of the magic stuff, but it looks like he's just getting the magic egg, so we might have to do another reaction video to when he's about to cut these bad boys open. But we're gonna watch a little bit more, then we're gonna call it.
That would be kind of cool. And then, of course, you could go one step further and do 5, if you could do that. You know, if I could do like if I could find like a Desert Ghost with another recessive that's really popular, and breed it to a triple visual and get 5 recessives in one snake, that would be absolutely insane. You know, I could pretty much fill my whole rack with just all of those, you know, 5, you know, the 5 hets in one snake, and you get a whole variety of different snakes. It'd be like the rainbow clutch, which would be pretty awesome. All right, so from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these eggs in this box. All right, so one more thing I wanted to show you before we put the eggs in the box. Take a look at this. This is what I was calling my magic snakes. I had a whole bunch of these last year, and I sold all of them, and then one guy backed out on a pair, and I decided to hang on to it. So this is actually the triple het with the lesser in there too, which is the real magic snake. This is the magic snake version 2. So the cool thing about this, I have 2 of these, a male and a female, and if you breed 2 of these together, in addition to the albino pieds and clowns and all the combinations, you'll actually get lessers, and then you'll get the super lesser on top of everything else. So you'll actually get 3 different kinds of white snakes in addition to the albino pieds and clowns. You'll actually get the super lesser, which is the all-white snake with blue eyes, and then you'll get the lesser pied. The lesser pied is a black-eyed leucistic, completely white. And then you'll get an albino super lesser, or an albino lesser pied, which would be an all-white snake with red eyes. So you'll get even more combinations from this. I'm really looking forward to breeding these 2 together, which would be fantastic eventually once I go down this triple het rabbit hole with all these. And then eventually the quads. Probably just the quads at first. You know, once you get up to the 5 hets, the odds are pretty slim to actually hit all 5 hets. I don't know if you could do like a 6, you know.
That's one thing about the ball python game, man. The odd gods. That's gonna be that's like one of my slogans. Is the odd gods with you? All right. It's like watching Star Wars. Is the Force with you? Hopefully the odd gods are with you, because working with the recessive game, the odd gods gotta be with you. 5 recessive, 5 visual recessive. That's crazy. I would love to see that. Everybody's working on doubles and triples. And start working on. It's gonna be nuts, family. It's gonna be nuts. I love breeding these things. I love the snake community. This is a great hobby, and yeah. Hopefully you guys like this video. This magic dream is pretty cool. Looks like a lesser or butter. The way it fades up, I like that stripe. I really want to see how it will look when he take that pair that he has together, and I want to see what these eggs look like that's gonna hatch. So I might have to keep you guys updated on that if you don't go over there and see it before I see it. But yeah, man. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Bobby. Thank you guys. Have a good one. We out. Peace.